I finally get my screen tops. It's kind of dark up here, you probably can't see it. Let's see if I can pull one up here. Now I'm still trying to figure out my canopy. Now that I've taken it apart, I'm kind of screwed. I have to either put it back together the way I had it for now or head to the hardware store. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it. And I think I got it figured out. I just gotta go and pick up the stuff. We'll see how that works out, if I go or not. Okay, I've come up with a new design, well, kind of a new design for my canopy. Made it a little bit taller, which is fine, but because I can turn the intensity of my lights up if I need to. A lot more room for me to be able to move around in there. The back is going to be open. I have the screen top on, so I'm not worried about the fish being able to jump out. I'm going to put bracing in on the OSB. Right now I'm using the OSB as the legs of the top of the canopy, but I'm going to put some wood bracing in the corners and down the back here. For the front, I haven't figured that out yet, if I need to have a brace here or not. After I put my lights on there, after I put the bracing in, then I'm going to check and see how it, handles it. If it sags, then I may have to put a center brace in or two, probably around here to here, and then the same from here to here like I had before. But this time I won't have anything obstructing me being able to reach in and take out my screen top or put it in, Yeah, so I'm going to put bracing in all the corners and this edge here. And then I have to figure out my door, what I'm going to do with that. This may not be completed until the following week, but I just wanted to get a good jump start on it and see what I come up with. It's going to be nice though to have a door on it to keep all the light inside of the tank instead of it just bleeding out into the room, because this is going to kind of be a reef lounge, my office. Okay, so I went out to Lowe's and I got some of these hinges. I haven't screwed it in yet, I'm just checking it out. I figure you can get more surface area on the board to give it more support. I put one on either side. I do have a little section I can put in the middle, but I don't think I'm going to need it. Still debating on if I want the canopy this tall, but I have the door for it cut, and it's going to come down to the edge of this black here where you won't see the black anymore, so you won't see that light seam going around there. For the side I may have to add some more on here just to cover up that seam as well, but I still haven't routed my my cabling for my pumps yet. I don't know how I'm doing that. I'm going to have to route it up somehow into the canopy and out the back somehow. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it tall like this for now and see what type of growth I get, if it's a problem or not. We'll see. But I know that this screen top has, kind of limited the light a little bit, so I may have to turn up the intensity. you know. But one thing about it, it kind of helped with that disco ball look that I was getting, where you could actually see all the colors. Raising the lights up a little bit higher and having that screen top kind of breaks that up a little bit. I don't know. I have to do a little bit more experimenting, because I guess that's what you got to do as you make changes. But yeah, I'll come back with the finished product in a little bit. May or may not be painted yet. We'll see. Okay, this is what I have so far. The door, I may have to trim it a little bit. I think it's coming down too far. I don't want it to take up too much. It's coming down to like right here. You know, I want to trim it back to about right here. But I can't work on it anymore today. I got it physically created at least. And I'll cut the rest of this tomorrow maybe, and take it back down, take it outside and cut it again. But I did do the bracing in all the corners, and it's wide open. That looks a little crooked, but that's okay. Don't have to be perfect. I can still get my screen top out, which is nice. It's coming along. I gotta trim the back edge of this too and figure out my cord management for my pumps. But yeah, it's coming along. But yeah, that door is just a little too long, but it's all painted and everything though. So we just have to figure out the rest. And we'll see the finished product later. Well, almost finished product. I'm going to trim some of the edge off of that there though. I'm going to trim it up to about here in the front. But I ran out of time to work on it, so I had to finish it later. But pretty much, I'm going to be seated down on the couch. So when you seat it down here, this is the view you're going to see in the Reef Lounge, which is pretty nice. Yeah, so right now I don't have any hinges or anything, not hinges, but anything to hold this door up. That's what I'm trying to say. So I did go ahead and put the bracing in, as I said I was going to do before. So it leaves it wide open, and I shortened it by about as much as that piece of wood there, just slightly. But yeah, now I got plenty of room to do stuff up in here and put things up in here if I need to. Related to lighting, of course. And yeah, so that's how it is for right now. Alright, have a good one. Okay. And I learned something new. These conches that I have in my tank have been trying to have babies, and I keep messing it up. There is a mass back there, if you can see that, of sand. that it was produced by the conches is filled with baby conches. There's some research I did said that they hatch and burrow down into the sand within 5 days. It could be thousands of them. And I don't know what that snail shell is doing there right now, but it could be thousands of them, and they stay buried in the sand for about a year or more before they come up out the sand to feed. So that's pretty interesting. Now, I've found those in my tank a couple of times, and I scooped them up and didn't know what it was. It was this kind of doughy sand, and I tossed them out. But that just happened to be the same place that I removed one from the other day, and the conches went right back over there and made another one, so I left it alone. Not that I'm some kind of peeping Tom, but remember when I was talking about those conches having babies? Look at them getting freaky under the moonlight. Ooh, y'all nasty.